friends, and welcome to another Once Upon a Book Club box unboxing. It is time for their December box. If you're not familiar with Once Upon a Book Club box, they are a book box subscription with a unique style. You get a monthly book, you read it, and along the way you find these post-its on certain pages. These correspond to gifts in your box that have to do with the story. I have to say I love their October and November box. I'll leave those videos in the info cards if you want to check them out. And surprise, surprise, this was another great box and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So if you like these kind of book box unboxings, book reviews, or other magical unboxings, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss another video of me again. Enough talking, let's get unboxing. As always, I've read the book, I opened the gifts, but then I put everything back so I can give you guys the same experience. Here we have the box, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is the adult version, so they also have a young adult version. Let me give you guys a little peek. Before we start opening these gifts, let's first talk about the book. This month's book is called The Family Upstairs by Jewell. And this is how the cover looks. And when you remove the dust jacket, it is just a normal black book with silver lining. Let's read the description together, and after that I will give you guys my opinion on this book. Soon after her 25th birthday, Libby Jones returns home from work to find the letters he's been waiting for her entire life. She rips it open with one driving thought: I'm finally going to know who I am. She learns not only the identity of her parents, but also that she is the sole inheritor of their abandoned mansion on the banks of the Thames in London's fashionable Chelsea neighborhood. The home, even in its dilapidated state, is worth millions. Everything in Libby's life is about to change. What she doesn't know is that others have been waiting for this day as well. And although they've been in hiding, they are now heading her way. Nearly 25 years ago, police were called to 16 Cheyenne Walk with reports of a baby crying. When they arrived, they found a healthy 10-month-old safe and sound in the upstairs bedroom. In the kitchen, 3 dead bodies, all dressed in black, were seemingly posed next to a hastily scrawled note. The 4 other children reported to live at Cheyenne Walk were gone. Okay, so my thoughts on this book. I would describe this book as a mix between a thriller and a whodunit. At first I was going to give this book 3 stars, but then some plot twists happened and I just couldn't put the book down. I've read the 100 last pages or so in one go and I ended up giving it 4 stars. So you follow 3 characters, Libby, Lucy and Henry, and somehow their fates are intertwined. Their stories are interesting and a little dark. And it even made me go, no way, a couple of times. So I think that is a good thing. What I didn't like about the book is that it has an open ending, though I get why the author would do that. And I would have loved a bit more character exploration. But overall, a good book. By the way, if you want to read my full review on this book, then just type in Leanda Brooks on Goodreads. And now for the gifts. So I'm going to read the part that corresponds to the gift and then we'll open the gifts together. So this first part I'm going to read is Libby, who enters the house for the first time, the house she inherited, and she's taken upstairs to the room where she was found as a baby, and she is given something that was found in her crib. She takes the little cardboard box from him and pulls the flaps apart. It is filled with shreds of torn newspaper. Her fingers find something solid and silky. She brings it from the box and lets it dangle from between her fingertips. It's a rabbit's foot hanging from a gold chain. This is the corresponding gift. And when you open it, you probably already guessed it, the rabbit foot that Libby describes in the book. This next part is the story of Lucy. She wants to get out of France and go to England, but she doesn't have valid passports for her and her children. And I'm so sorry to ask you, and you were so generous yesterday with the money for my fiddle, and I really wouldn't ask if I had any other options, but do you still know the people? The ones who got me these passports? She runs a finger under her eyes and then looks up at him, pathetically, but hopefully still alluringly. Well, gosh, not really, no, but look, I'll try. He pulls the passport toward him. Leave it with me. That was page 102, and that means you get to open this box. And I have to say, I thought this was a pretty cool gift. In here, we find a passport holder. And I think the design is beautiful. So this is the front. It says, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? I think that's lovely. And this is how the back looks. And then on the inside, there is a passport. Of course, you can just take that out, but this is something that really makes the story come alive, because here we have the passport of Lucy. I thought that was a really cool thing to do because that makes the story come alive. In the next part, we follow Henry, and he tells us about his childhood, which was a very toxic one. By the time I turned 14 in May 1991, we had rules. Not just normal family rules like no feet on furniture or do your homework before you watch TV. Not the sort of rules we'd had for all our lives. No, we had crazy, despotic rules written out in black marker on a large poster that was taped to the kitchen wall. I can still remember them to this day. And this is the corresponding gift. And when you open it, it gives you an overview of all the crazy house rules Henry had as a child. So for instance, no television, no vanity, no greed, no animal products, no plastic containers, no chemicals, no shouting, etc., etc. This last gift was my favorite, and this is again about Henry and David, who is an adult man living in the same house. David fumbled for the key to their bedroom in the folds of his tunic. I saw as he did so that beneath his tunic he wore a crossbody leather purse. I assumed that this must be where he kept all the keys to all the rooms in the house. He was having trouble putting the key in the lock, so I helped him. Then I got them both onto the bed, where they fell instantaneously into a deep sleep. And the gift from page 265 comes in this beautiful box. And when you open it, you get the crossbody leather purse that is described in the book. And when I started opening it, these keys fell out, and that made me feel like I was in the story, which I think is such an awesome thing to do. The purse looks really beautiful. It is great quality. You can see it says Once Upon a Book Club, and this is the back. And then on the inside, it just looks like a normal wallet, and it even comes with a strap. So I thought this was the best gift of all the gifts that we got in this month's box. Besides the gift, we also got a card, and this always contains a quote from the author, from the story. And this one says, "She walks her own path, makes her own rules. She is so entirely and utterly herself." And we also got this beautiful print, which holds a quote of Teddy Roosevelt, which says, "I am a part of everything I have read." And we got this print because the boxes were delayed because of an item that didn't arrive yet. They even put a little card in there which says, "Forgive us." Well, you're forgiven. But honestly, I didn't think it was that bad, and you can't control shipping. But still, I think it's really nice that they put in the effort to give you an extra item. So that's a really nice thing to do. And then, of course, the leaflet, in which you can see the read-along and discussion dates, and also meet the author, Lisa Jewell. That was it, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this month's Once Upon a Book Club box. And if you've read the book, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And all that's left for me to say is have a magical day, and let's stay in touch.